because, as I'm saying, the observer is irrelevant to the nature of the object.
Lean on your thing, so
Therefore, well, careful because it's rickety.
Oh, that's all
All
right.
right.
All
right.
Yeah.
So, our position would be as Catholics that it's a human sperm, it's a human egg, it's therefore human. Whether it's fully developed or partially developed is irrelevant to the question of its nature. Its nature is human. It's not can never be cat or dog. And with a tomcat sperm and a female cat's egg, that's a cat.
The wolf children of India were brought up by wolves.
Okay.
They'd only eat raw meat, and when they were found, they died eventually.
Okay.
They'd run in all fours, and they thought like wolves. They couldn't speak.
And were they the product of a male and female human being?
Yes.
Right, that's what I'm getting at.
The wolves had taken them.
So nothing else matters.
No, wait a minute. The wolves had taken them, and they'd be socialised as wolves.
Okay.
So they thought like wolves.
Yeah, I've seen the Jungle Book, you know.
No, really well.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and so what I'm saying is, no, they were not recognisably human because they've been wolfised.
But they were human.
No, they weren't.
This is good.
No, they
this
weren't.
is good. Now, this is where we differ. This is fundamental. It's good that you bring this example up.
Yeah.
It just shows the difference between us and you. Because we say, yes, they are. You say, no, they're not. You're going on the basis of aspects of their behaviour. Yeah. We say, all that is irrelevant. Behaviour.
Out as a wolf. Like a wolf.
Nature precedes behaviour, we say. There's a thing called nature.
That's bad.
Fine, okay. It's just good that we see where we are. It's good that we see where we are. The wolf child, what is he, by the way?
The wolf child were girls.
No, I mean, don't say girls. You're saying humans. Girls are humans.
These were girl children originally. The wolves had taken them as babies, and they ran on all fours. They ate raw
and they ceased to be girls.
Yes, they looked like girls, but they were wolves.
So they're wolves.
Effectively, yes.
They're effectively wolves. Right.
They looked like they drank on all fours. They couldn't stand. They couldn't stand.
Now, if there was a male wolf child and a female wolf child, and they grew up and they mated, would their offspring be puppies?
They would end up like wolf children because they'd be socialised as wolves. See, if you alter the brain is malleable.
Okay.
And that's why you bring up somebody speaking Chinese and somebody speaking English, they have a different word set and a different understanding.
Do you know what? You can make this argument for abortion, but we would say it is. I think, though I regard most of our compatriots as disappointing on this issue, I think they'd agree with us that this always remains a human being, and therefore they would be more likely to accept the foundational arguments of our anti-abortion position if it was set against yours.
I don't. Your anti-abortion position. I don't agree with you on your position because I think it's up to individuals. Because you can bring somebody into the world who nobody wants.
Okay,
and that would be worse than not being brought in at all.
Do you think that you should be able to abort at any stage of the first 9 months?
If it's not dangerous to people, yes.
So say you could get a technology.
If they want
Really want to. Okay, so you get a technology. I never said you were. You just give permission. I say if the technology. A lot of people have said this. Joe Biden and Obama say this, and Clinton said this. Everybody says this. I'm not personally for it. I'm sure you're sincere, but it's darned irritating to hear that phrase. Anyway, never mind my irritation. What matters here is this. For me, you've got that's the issue. We've got 9 months. Say we get the technology to kill a baby in the womb that's 9 months old. Now,
this is probably a bit late. You're going a bit late. So
freedom.
Yes, true. And if they can do it safely, fine. If they really want to, fine.
So why is it? Why not kill it? No, why not it still be killable when it's just been born? Why not?
I would personally give the bugger a chance.
Why not?
Unless they had very bad disabilities.
Okay, never mind that. Don't talk about that for a moment. It's just an ordinary baby. The right to kill it. Now, why not be able to kill it when it's just been born? Because that's what's safer, isn't it? If you can kill it the day before it's born, why not just the day after?
Well, you wouldn't do it that close to the
Why not if the woman feels something's happened in her life that has now caused her not to want this
they
child.
never do it that close for that reason, because it's too dangerous.
So why not therefore do it when it's just been born? Because if it's dangerous, if the reason you don't do it when it's in the womb at 9 months, you could do it when it's just been born.
Apply.
Oh, right now they do, but the positive law says you can just change that.
No, it doesn't. The murder rule still applies.
Just because the law says it.
Applies.
Yeah, but you could change the law.
Yes, of course you can.
Yeah, men can be women, don't you know that now? Therefore, we have no problem with changing the law on this.
I think though that there's a bit of a fudgy thought in this. I think yes, if some, for example, they don't allow gender change people in men into women's toilets unless they've had gender assignment surgery. I'd agree. Because they could be going in for reasons other than...
Well, so therefore, given that the law allows a man to become a woman, the law could say it is lawful to kill a newborn baby within the first 24 hours after birth, for example.
I would oppose that straight away.
Why?
Because the baby's he's got the chances, he's jumped out, right, let him go. Why not? If the baby's not born, it's different.
Hold on a minute, I'm not quite following now. If the child is born, it's still entirely dependent on its mother.
But it's
or an incubator.
It's already there. It's a fact. Let it go.
But it was already there when it was inside, and you just couldn't see it.
Not really,
you and your perceptions.
No, my perception's different from yours. And also, some people don't have real reasons for abortion. They've got 4 children already. The husband's just left them, or their partner's just left them. They're very poor, and they can't wait that long. They've got a job, supported 4 children. How are they going to be pregnant at the same time?
All right, that's an issue separate from the one I'm raising.
Yeah, but
you
it's
told
one of the main reasons for abortion.
I wasn't disagreeing at this point. I was saying at this point that we've got a baby that you did say that you could kill it for any time of the first 9 months.
No, you said the 9 months. I said they don't normally do that.
I never said they didn't normally do it. I never said they normally did it.
They won't either.
I asked you.
If it's about 7 months
No,
of the bit.
Wait a minute. That's not the question. Is not what they do.
The reason is they don't want the case of infanticide.
Yeah, the question is not what they do.
If they were born prematurely, like I was, I'd have been zilched.
Yeah, but why are you talking about what they would do?
They have actually killed viable babies that would have lived within an incubator. They have done it. It is rare, I admit that, but they have done it.
But our issue is not what they have done, what they might do, what the law says. The question is, if you say, if you're not saying it's legitimate to do it for the first 9 months, what is your cut-off point? Never mind the law and all that kind of stuff.
Whatever is safe.
But safety changes with the technology.
What's that?
The technology determines safety.
Maybe it does, but my worry has always been with this. It's not what I personally
Imagine
think.
the best technology man could invent.
Okay.
It could be it could be safe to kill a baby for the beginning and right at the 9th month.
Well, I would say
the end of the 9th
I would still limit it. Give the baby. If the baby's nearly got there, fuck it. Let it go for the rest of the time.
What is nearly got there mean then?
7 months, 8 months.
8 months. Right, 8 months. What about it's nearly got to 8 months?
No, it's all right. You've got to have a cut-off point.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
why have you got to have a cut-off point?
Because that's the way law works.
He's got a cut-off point.
I'm saying the law is basically what Parliament decides.
That's right.
Let's see, this is a state of nature. There's no law. It is simply.
You'd have an abortion.
It is simply that you can choose.
Straight away.
So, right then. But you're saying you still have a cut-off point 8 months. I can't understand why. Well, please tell me. I'm asking you what you say.
Well,
you say
whatever it is now. They have it now. I think it's about 7 months now.
Now is because of the technology.
Yes.
It's not viable, they say, after 28 weeks. I don't know what the length of time is. Nonetheless, that's the technology. I said imagine a perfect state where the technology allows you to kill safely up to the end of the 9th month. What would be your date?
Yes,
and you said 8 months.
No. Why I say this? You're putting me on the spot. I say.
Of course, we're putting each other on the spot.
It's not.
We're
What I
debating.
think. It's what I think ought to be.
Right.
I don't necessarily agree with abortion. Necessarily. And if I were a woman, I would try not to have one. But if I had to have one, because there's no other way out.
Yeah. Here's the way out. Don't have sex.
Oh, come on, get real.
Oh right, okay. So you say with this bit, I'll try not to have one. You can easily not have a baby by not having the sex.
True. but nobody's going to go for that. Forget that. Get real for a moment. Get real on that.
No, get married to a man who you can trust,
No, you
who's
can't.
got an income, and then have sex, because you can wait a bit. Everybody can wait a bit.
Suppose everybody's very poor, hasn't got an income, and they still want children. Have them anyway. Look, they always have them. In the 19th
They can have them and they can give them away for adoption.
Well, they don't usually like doing that.
Doesn't matter what they like, they can do it.
They can, but
There's no need to kill. If it comes to choice between inconvenience because I don't like doing this or killing, like you might not like me, hopefully you'd walk away rather than blow my brains out, because although you don't like me, you're making a choice, right? The choice I'd hope would be, you see, every human being should make the most reasonable choice. And although it's
I have no religious grounds on which to do things. I'm thinking of the people
You put it in
who are would impinge upon greatly so children they didn't want. And also the children. If you end up in an orphanage, with
no baby gets in an orphanage. There are couples who can't have children who want babies all the time now.
They're black in
Different.
America. No.
Black babies are adopted all the time by white families, except when councils in this country don't allow because they say they must.
There's a lot more knocking about, and they can't do very much about it.
Nah, loads of black babies are adopted by likes of Charlize Theron and Madonna. That's all they adopt.
They're only rich people. I'm talking about the vast majority have a problem.
It's because the politics of America are that you shouldn't have a black child adopted by a white family. That's them. That's not the white families that won't adopt them.
That's a detail. But
Well, it explains why there might be black children who aren't adopted, black babies who aren't adopted. Everybody wants babies. They go to Africa to adopt babies.
I know, but what I'm saying to you, it may be that may be the so, but it is so. And once it is so, the problem arises. It is so. So there are people, and some people for medical reasons need an abortion, or they will die. You kill both of them.
Well, again, let's hold on a moment. Your position is then that you won't want to be held on a cut-off point for abortion. You've got no particular rational reason to choose a particular cut-off point. And you say when it's close to birth, give it a chance, it's made it that far. And once it's out, and that's it. None of these strike me, I mean, fair enough, you've got your position, you can hold your position whatever you want. But none of these strike me as rational reasons.
You can't have a rational reason.
But what does strike us as Catholics is
that's the point.
That the conception, at the point of conception, you have a human entity. And there's no point after that when you can rationally say you have a cut-off point. You just do what you've done then, and therefore you must choose the moment of conception.